Today we're gonna do a tangle called Wyfore. Now to set up to doing the Wyfore that I want to do, what we need to do is find kind of like the best middle that you can and put a dot there in the middle, very light dot. And then what we're gonna want to do is make a diamond shape with your pencil in the middle. Make it as even and possible as possible. It's not that important that it's perfect. You'll see. So, and then with my pen, I am going to make Y4. So I'm going to use this as my base, and I'm going to be drawing up towards this way. So that's one side, and then I mirror it on the other side. And you can make these as big or as small as you want. You can make this as thin or as thick as you want. It's completely up to you. The next step is to connect these. It doesn't have to be like a little dip, but I just like to put that on mine. And then I'm going to aura on the inside of this. And right here as well. And then before I decorate any more of this Y4, I'm going to draw my other ones. I didn't mean to connect at this line right here, but that's probably a good idea of something to do. Oh, I forgot to put my auras in them. I'm going to do that real quick. You see these aren't perfectly even, but my diamond wasn't perfectly even in the middle either. Oh, I forgot to do the bottom. There we go. That, I knew that looked a little weird. I'm just going to make sure all these are connected because I think that'll look good. There we go. Oh, and right here. Okay. And the next thing that I want to do is kind of decorate my Y4 just a little bit. So I'm going to put a deep V like this in each one. And then color that in. So that's kind of basic Y4. Another thing that I'm going to do to mirror these V's is I'm going to put them on the line here that I made with the pencil. That'll also help the pencil mark kind of go away. My pen is not wanting to write. There we go. Okay, and so I'm going to add something right in here. I think it's really cool looking like this. I'm kind of obsessed with Y4 right now, just drawing it everywhere. It was never on my radar before, but I like it a lot now. So, but I am going to add something in here. So I think these lines definitely lend themselves to adding a tangle that kind of mimics the little pieces of Y4 here. I think that Mooka definitely does that. So I'm cheating again, using more than one tangle on Mono Tangle Monday, but that's okay, right? So we put some Mooka in there, and I think that looks pretty good. I think you could also like add a little bit in here as well. You could add more Mooka, or you could just add something like this. So I think that looks a lot cooler than just these by themselves. It really makes it look neat. And so now I'm just going to do a little tiny bit of detail work a little bit before I start shading. I want to round these corners right here in all my little Mookas. Do I want to put a line in there? Maybe. Oh, my pen cooperates. Okay. I could probably work on this forever, but I'm going to shade it now. So I'm going to shade in these little bits. Okay. Now before I get onto the Mooka, I could really use a favor from you. If you could like this video, if you like it, and subscribe. That way YouTube would know that these videos are good to show people who like to draw Zentangle. All right, so for the Mookas, I'm just going to kind of take the bottom edge and do like a little smiley face at like the bottom, wherever that ended up being, or the top, depending on which way you're looking at it. Okay. All right, and you probably have enough graphite on your tortilla to get these just very lightly. All right, and that, well, actually, before I do that, I did notice that there's these corners here too that I would really like to also round off. All right, and now I'm going to add a little bit more shading. So I made sure, I'm going to do it again, that my pencil is a little sharp. And I'm going to just put a little on each of these lines like this. Okay. And then I'm just gonna gently use the tortillon to spread this out. Just making it a little bit softer. I'm not trying to really move the pencil anywhere. Obviously it's gonna move because the tortillon is thicker than the pencil point, but all right. When my tortillon kind of goes over a little bit and it gets in this line here, I don't want that line shaded. So I'm perfectly okay with just erasing that line. And then also a little bit in the middle, just to make sure that I didn't go overboard. There doesn't seem to be a lot where the edge got pencil, but this one that's got a lot. So it may not be legal in Zentangle terms, but I think it definitely helps to make it look a little bit nicer. Adds to the contrast. Okay, and that is my finished Wyfore.